Good morning, everybody. And another exciting day, a very cool day here in Pune, where I am. And soon I'll be leaving back to go back to Mumbai. So, very warm welcome to you for our morning empowering conversations. And today is another day to keep ourselves positive and not allow the negative influences around us to put us down. So we're going to keep creating positivity. So first of all, a warm congratulations to Raghu and Vitrivel and everybody who was there in yesterday's meeting. Congratulations. So my Dubai group, you guys are doing great. And good to see you today also. Now, my request to everybody is please save the link because it's the same link we are using every day. So even though I am putting it there, still, it's good if you save that link and use it every day. Whenever the link changes, I will let you know. All right. So today we have a very interesting conversation for you. And I'm not going to start with the sharing. We've been doing a few topics for the last few days. And one thing which I keep telling you is that the world keeps on influencing us, right? So that's why you might have noticed that we are completely controlled by the environment, by the circumstances all around us. Okay. So we sometimes feel that there's nothing we can do about it. And how do the circumstances influence you? They influence you through your feelings. And your feelings influence your actions. So you remember that sequence that the environment or the circumstances or the other people are always influencing you. And the way that they are influencing you is through your feelings. And your feelings are influencing your actions. So, have you noticed that that's exactly what is happening? Have you seen the connection between your feelings and your actions? So, how do you act when you are unhappy? I mean, what kind of actions do you do? What kind of actions do you do when you are angry? What kind of actions do you do when you're frustrated and disappointed?
We become silent.
Yeah, so what kind of actions are happening? Silence is also a kind of action, right? So you
Yes.
don't participate completely. So now tell me, if you're not able to give your 100%, will you be able to achieve your objectives? Now we have all kinds of objectives. Some are material objectives, some are job related objectives, some are business related objectives, some are personal objectives. Even wanting to be peaceful is an objective, isn't it? Wanting to be happy is an objective. Wanting the love and respect and appreciation of your own people, your loved ones, is also an objective. Okay. Now, in life, only right actions are going to give you the right results. So, suppose you say, I want happiness in my life, but all your actions are going to make sure that you don't have happiness in life. Will you be happy? So, I asked one person, you want to be happy in life, then why are you doing these things? So, the person says, I can't help it. I says, why can't you help it? Because I don't feel, right. I get upset and I get angry. I say, why do you get upset and angry? They make me angry. I'm fed up with life. Now, that's a typical example of any human being like you and me when we allow the circumstances to influence us. And how do they influence us? Through our feelings. So, if I ask you, who is the enemy of your commitment, what will the answer be? Let me hear some answers here. Who is the enemy of your commitments?
Yourself.
Yeah, but what is it in you that is your enemy of your own commitment? I've been
The
talking about that for the last 5 minutes.
Feelings.
the negativity.
The feelings.
Yeah, negative feelings they come.
Exactly. The feelings which you cannot control, which are influenced by the outside. that is the enemy of your commitment. Good morning, Satish, and a very warm welcome to you. Looks like you're coming for the first time.
Yeah,
So thank you very much for joining us. And where are you from?
Mumbai, sir.
Fantastic.
He's-
And who invited
He's
you?
he's our Rotarian in Science Club.
Wow, another
Ashok Puranik introduced him.
Pranic invite.
fantastic. I'm so happy to see so many Rotarians joining us. Unfortunate for my club, nobody has joined so far. 1 or 2 people come from time to time and then they disappear. Thank you, Satish. I'm from Rotary Brave Hearts myself.
Oh, okay.
Okay, great.
Chidambar,
Thank you.
Chidambar also joined yesterday, I think.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
great, Chidambar.
Good morning,
Thank you
sir.
very much for joining.
I'm a
So
new
very
person,
warm
sir.
welcome to all the new people.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, keep coming. It encourages all of us, all
Thank you,
the
sir.
positivity warriors that we are there. All right. And Satiji, if you put your phone number in the chat box, Rama will
Yeah.
put you in our group so that you can get all the notifications every day, the links,
Okay.
etc. All
I
right.
will. Yeah, sure.
So coming back to, please mute yourself, everybody. So coming back to what I was saying. So who's the enemy of our commitment? The feelings which are not in our control, which seem
Sir,
to be
when we
not in our
cannot
control.
tolerate, accommodate, and compromise with the situation, we get what to call suffocated and react and suffer from. When we blame others for the situation and we get irritated by the anger.
Yeah. So
They
does it
trigger
take
by
you?
the-
Does it not take you away from your purpose when this happens?
Yes, sir.
What you are saying, this is exactly what happens, right? And you will notice it's happening because our feelings got influenced by some circumstance or some person or the environment. Okay. That's why we are doing these everyday morning conversations.
No,
Because
I
we
am
are
not able
so-
to tolerate or accommodate or compromise.
Or
It
keep
is
quiet
my
when you should.
problem.
Thank you so much. But do you notice that that's what is going to take you away from the commitment?
Correct, sir.
So first of all, tell me, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to fulfill something, isn't it required that you should remain, you should at least remember what you're committed to? If you don't even remember your commitment, would you fulfill it? Dwarkanath, if you don't remember your commitment, can you fulfill it?
No, sir.
No.
Exactly. Now, when we are busy reacting and when we are busy resisting, see, when you're compromising, you will be resisting, right? When you're getting frustrated, you are resisting the situation, isn't it?
Yes,
So
sir.
at that time, will you be able to even remember what we are committed to?
No,
See,
sir.
sometimes we get into senseless arguments with our near and dear ones.
That's why somewhere we say anger is start of madness.
Okay. So should I continue? You're very right in what you said. But you notice that when that is also happening, we are not remembering. When you get into unnecessary argument with someone, you forget what is the purpose of being in that relationship.
Correct, sir.
So you don't want to spoil relationship. That's your commitment.
Yes.
But when you unnecessarily get angry, what happens? You lose the relationship and you're going against your own very commitment. So just remember one thing, when we are in our default mode, so my new friends, I will just describe to you what our default mode is. The default mode is our auto mode, where we are automatically judging people and judging ourselves. We are reacting and we are resisting. And you will notice that this is a pattern that regularly keeps happening. We get into, or some people become silent, or they get into their shell, or whatever it is that they do when they get in their default mode. And when we are in the default mode, I can guarantee you that we are being controlled by the situation or the circumstances or environment, whatever you may like to call it. The परिस्थितियां हमको control करती हैं. That is the state where we are in the default mode. Okay. So in the default mode, who is the biggest enemy of your commitment? The feelings which are controlled by the outside. So like I was saying a little while ago, right action will produce the right result. Yes or no? Friends, right
Yes, sir.
action will produce
sir.
the right result, isn't it?
Yes, yes.
Now, first of all, what is the right action then? An action which takes us towards our commitment or towards our objective, that is the right action. So very interesting thing happens. I'm trying to organize a blood donation camp in our society. So we live in these two beautiful towers with 27 stories in each tower, with 5 flats in each tower. So we started out, and one or two people with great enthusiasm, they were helping me out. Then some very nasty episode happened with another flat owner. Okay. A lot of nasty, arguments were happening on the group and everything. And those people who were supporting me, they said, "Sir, we are disgusted. We don't want to do anything for these people. They're all useless people." So what happened? Our commitment was to organize the blood donation camp. And we gave it up because we got angry and frustrated with the situation. So who's the enemy of our commitment? Our own feelings, which are so easily influenced by the outside world. And that, my dear friends, is one of the big reasons why we want to have these every morning empowering conversations, because this world, which is sometimes very blatantly or sometimes very subtly influencing us. And unfortunately, it's not influencing us positively. The world is not telling you every morning, "Yeah, you're going to have a fantastic day, man. You're the greatest. You're going to win. We are going to have a wonderful life." Do we get influenced like that? No, 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 no. It's the other way around. So many COVID cases today. The industry is in a very bad shape. The economic situation is becoming worse and worse, and high and high and high all along. You ring up a friend of yours, "How are you?" "Arey, yaar, there are so many cases, I've not gone out of my house for the last 1 month." So when we keep on getting bombarded by this negativity, what's going to happen to us? At some point, we become cynical. At some point, we become, sullen, resigned, and then we definitely lose our gusto and the enthusiasm that we have. So you've seen young people have great enthusiasm. Very young people, before they go to class 9th. So by the time they go to class 10th, they're finished. "अरे पढ़ लो, मार्क्स आने चाहिए, ये होना चाहिए, मर जाओगे, आजकल बहुत ज्यादा कंपटीशन है, डरा के they also become cynical. In 2007 and 8, I was training a lot of college students, yeah. And I was so shocked. I said, "Why are these young people so cynical? We were not like that." Because when we were young, there was not so much of social media to keep us bombarding us with negativity. So that's why these morning conversations. So coming back to who's the enemy of our commitment? Ladies and gentlemen, our feelings, which are controlled by the outside world. Okay. Now, if right action is supposed to produce the right result, okay, first of all, we should not lose sight of our result. No. We should never lose sight of our commitment. And even simple ones. I'm not talking about becoming a millionaire or a billionaire or achieving 50 crore target or something like that. Simple things like, I want to be happy today. I want to have the love and affection of my near and dear ones. I want to feel appreciated. You're not going to have it because you want it. You're not going to have it because you just wish it. You're going to have it if you are committed to it. Long time ago, I discovered, wishes and wishes and wishes and hopes not going to be fulfilled. And there's a saying also, if wishes were horses, beggars would ride. So commitment. And who's the enemy of our commitment? Who's the enemy of all the right actions that we are supposed to do? Is our feeling. So I just want to very quickly look at, this whole business of feelings and commitments, and what do you think we can do about that? Okay, so when we are able to generate positivity, when we are able to fulfill our commitments, then we can have a life of ease and joy and glory. Isn't that what we want? What is the opposite of ease, joy, and glory? Hello.
Difficult, sorrow,
Difficult, sad, and pathetic.
pathetic.
Right? Difficult, sad, and pathetic. Is that what we want? Oh, no, certainly not. What we want is ease, and we want joy, and we want glory. Okay? And step number 1 is to become someone who is not so easily influenced by the circumstances. Isn't it? So if circumstances are influencing my feelings, then I should learn to generate the feelings that I want so I can give my 100% in life. Can you repeat that statement for me, Dwarkanath? If my feelings are influencing my actions, then why don't I learn to generate the feelings that I want so I can give my 100%? Simple sentence in English. Can you repeat it for me?
If I want to
No. Repeat it exactly the way I said it. If my feelings are influencing my actions,
if my feelings are
influencing my actions,
influencing my actions,
then why don't I learn to generate the feelings which I need
the feelings which I need
to generate the feelings that I need
to generate the feelings that I need. Correct.
so that I can give my 100%.
So that I can give my 100%.
Okay. So
Yes, sir.
suppose you have a choice. Which feeling would you like to generate which will make you give 100%?
To manage with my family.
Which
members.
feeling would you like to generate?
Happy
Would you like to
feelings,
generate happy, enthusiasm, love,
enthusiasm.
right?
Correct.
Happiness, enthusiasm, joy.
Yes.
That is what will influence people positively, right? And we do this in this platform, isn't it?
And encouragement.
Yeah, that's something you have to say with passion and enthusiasm. What is the feeling? And in this platform, we are generating one particular feeling. Remember? If you can generate that, you can generate anything. So what is that which we generate? So let's do it. Nothing like action. So when I say 1, 2, 3, we have to all laugh 100% without making a sound. So get ready. 1, 2, 3, go. Come on, guys, do it. We are generating it. We are not saying, I don't feel like it. I'm not happy. How can I laugh? Are you doing it, Dwarkanath?
Ha 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 ha. Correct, sir.
No need of doing. You just do without sound. Also, you can do. A lot of people can do, but they are not laughing. They're just braying like donkeys. Okay, great. See, you can learn to generate whatever feeling you want. You can generate passion. You can generate enthusiasm, right? And they do it all the time in the armed forces. You might have seen when they take that rifle and they are charging. How do they charge? They don't charge like charge. They don't go to charge like that. No, how do they charge? Charge! What do you think they're doing? They're generating that. So as human beings, we do have the capability to generate whatever feeling we want. Why should we do that? Because that is the way to overpower all the negativity that is bombarding us all the time. You have no control on the outside world. You have control on how you respond to it. Generate. So today's topic, my dear friends, is feelings versus our own commitments. So we've already started talking about that. Tell me, if you want to achieve something, right? Do you want to remain a person who is controlled by his feelings? Driven by the feelings? Who's your driver? Your feelings or your commitment? That is a good question to think about, don't you think? Ladies and gentlemen. If you want,
Obviously, these are our feelings only, sir.
obviously what?
Our feelings.
Now, if you want to be a person who wants to produce results in life and be powerful in life and live a life of your choice, should you be a feeling driven person or a commitment driven person? You understand the question?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm a
So tell me what you said.
commitment-driven person, but feelings will influence us.
Yeah, if your feelings are going to influence you,
Yes.
will your commitments be fulfilled with ease? If you are able to generate the feelings, which makes you generate the actions required to fulfill your commitments, then you can achieve your results,
Yes.
for which you will have to be in control of your own feelings, right?
Yes, sir. Obviously.
So you'll have to be the power person who can generate the feeling which he wants. Now, situation is making you sad. You know what happens? You start.
circumstances.
What do you do, Chidambar? You are
Sir,
working
I'm-
or businessman?
Yes, sir.
or
I'm
what?
advocate. I'm advocate, and I'm doing business advising and tax consultancy in
Okay,
aspects.
so I have this friend. He's an advocate. He's very, very senior advocate. Okay, he's even gone abroad and this and that and all. Very
Okay,
good
sir.
friend of mine. I've known
Okay,
him for the last 30 years. You know what is his
Okay.
biggest problem in life? He's a great advocate,
Yes.
but he is not able to ask money from his
Okay.
clients.
It's very difficult, sir. today.
Always having shortage of money. So I said, hello, I said, Deen Dayalan, why are you not asking the money that is owed to you? No, I may lose my clients. I said, what is the use of retaining clients who are not paying you? I mean, here's a guy who fights cases and makes people, get millions of crores of rupees. But when it comes to asking his own money, he's not able to ask that.
Yes,
So
sir.
what do you think? What do you think is the feeling that stops him from doing that?
Situation is like that, sir, because I'm
No.
practicing.
Shh. Talk to me. What feeling stops him from doing that? Just tell me that. He's not
The same
asking
thing.
his own money from his client. Why?
Because the fear of losing of client, and
Right.
another thing is that if that client carries any negative newses or gossips towards another people, the another people will not come to me.
But do you understand? It's fear driven. His fear is not. So is he committed to getting money for the job he does? He's a professional. He's not doing charity work.
Yes, of course.
Just
We
a
have to
moment,
commit.
please. No, is he committed to earning money or not? Tell me, as a professional, are you not committed to earning money?
Yes, sir. I am committed.
Your time
because
has time has value. Your customer also
Yes, of
understands
course.
you are not doing free work.
No,
correct?
yes, yes. Sir,
And
of course.
the customers are like that. If you don't ask, they'll not give. Even your own kids will not give you something if you don't ask for it.
No. Yes, sir.
Now, if your fear, which is not a real fear, the
Yes.
client is not coming to you because you're doing free work for him.
But in initial stages, it is difficult to earn the clients also first time.
That's
If
different.
we have the more clients, we can communicate with more people, and we can reach the more people. That is
That is
intention.
true. So then you put a board saying, free services offered by Chidambar. You'll have a line of people who will keep coming to you and not pay you. You'll be very popular. Or a free may, if you want free services, go to Chidambar. You
It
like
will
that?
not be like. No, sir. It
You-
will not be like that.
Yeah, but that's the message. So I'm
There,
not saying
I may do
Please.
some strategies like that. I can give the free seminars. I can give some free
Wait.
tools like that.
Chidambar,
Yes.
don't react here. I'm just giving you simple understanding. Fear
Sir.
is not allowing my friend to ask money which is owed to him. Okay?
Yes.
So I worked with
Yes.
him. I mean, he's a friend, so I give him a lot of free coaching. So I said, Deen Dayal, you do one thing. Then you just ask your clients and see what happens. You don't have to be rude to them.
Okay.
No. At a time like this, how can I ask? They'll feel very bad. Mega, now you don't have any money, to pay your staff salary also, and you want to take a loan to pay the staff salary. That's okay. Huh?
Yeah.
But you don't want to ask your client for money. That's okay. I said you are only asking. No, you're not fighting with them. So then he
No,
got over his hesitation. Okay. I said, just tell them, no, okay, look here, boss, situation is very bad. I know for you also it's very bad, but I need some money.
Yes.
So give me whatever money you think you can give now. You will not
Okay.
believe, Chidambar, he
Yes.
got over his fear.
Okay.
He
Okay.
started acting on his commitment, right?
Okay.
He spoke to 20 people in 2 days and he got 40 lakh rupees
Okay.
because
Nice.
he's got high ticket clients,
Yes. Okay.
just because he got over his fear and he spoke to people. So some people are embarrassed, they feel embarrassed how to ask money. I
Yes.
used to be like that also. I was very embarrassed to ask money from people.
Okay. Uh-huh.
It's very embarrassing. I'm a beggar or what to ask. Even for my own salary, I can't ask. That's what I used to do. But do you see the connection between feelings and our actions?
Yes, I have to monitor, sir.
No, connection between feeling and action. Can you see that? If you're feeling afraid and not talking to a client, that is a
Yes,
connection
yes.
between feeling and action.
Yes, sir. I can experience it.
You can see the connection, correct?
Yes.
Now, when you are feeling afraid, you can generate some other feeling also. No, that's what I'm trying to teach people here. You can
Yes.
generate whatever feeling you want.
Yes, it will just overruling other feelings also.
Our feeling, yeah, it will overrule the negative one. So you get into
Yes.
action. And
Yes.
if you take the right action, because when a client owes you money, right action is talk to him and say, boss, I've done your job, please pay me the money. Politely.
Okay.
Then he will say what he will say.
Okay. It's not
See,
my
I taught my friend, I said, look, you tell your client, do you want to pay me the money? All will say, yes, I want to pay the money. Then if you want to pay the money, can you at least give me 2,000 rupees? The client will feel so ashamed. He said, no, what 2,000? I'll give you 10,000, but I can't give you full amount right now. And many clients said, yeah, I was just, sorry, I forgot. I will send the check tomorrow. And he gave him the full money also.
Yes. They were.
But who was putting him in trouble? The client was putting him in trouble, or he was putting him in trouble?
Actually, it was my limitations.
It was his own limitation.
Myself actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he's not wanting, look, like some people, they have very good practice, automatically reminder will go. Or they have got one assistant. He will not himself make the call because he doesn't want to. He's got one assistant. Sir, your bill number so and so is due so much money. Can you send the money, sir?
Yes.
So some people will get angry. Say, hey, you don't call me. I'll talk to your boss. Okay, sir. I will tell boss to talk to you. But he's doing some action, isn't it?
Yes.
So, ladies and gentlemen, you understand what I'm saying? The connection between our feelings and our commitments. So, just keep asking yourself this question: am I a feeling-driven person or a commitment-driven person? So, how do you find out whether you're a committed-driven person or not? So, it's a good question to ask, isn't it? How do you find out whether you are a person who is driven by your commitments? Who would like to answer that one?
We have to generate the feeling and take action.
Now, that's what you will do.
Hmm.
My question is, how do you find out whether you are a commitment-driven person or a feeling-driven person?
Can I, sir?
Yeah.
May I share?
Yeah, Kuldeep ji, definitely you should say. Good morning to you.
By doing the action which commitment requires.
No, that's what you will do. My question is different. See, one of the things I'm also coaching you people to do is to start listening. You can have good conversations if you are a good listener. So what was the question, Kuldeep ji, which I asked?
I thought that what will you do to, how will you know that you are a committed person?
No, that is also not. How will you know whether you are a commitment-driven person or a feeling-driven person? That was the question I asked.
When I will know that whatever commit, I will remember the commitment.
Right. And what else?
When I keep remembering the commitment and doing it.
And doing the actions appropriate to those commitments.
Actions appropriately.
Right. So suppose you know your commitment, but your actions are not aligned with your commitment. Then you know that you're not a commitment-driven person. Now, the only reason I've found that people don't do actions aligned with their commitment is that their feelings derail them. Like Dwarkanath ji said some time ago, I get angry, I get frustrated, I compromise. Those are the times when we are not being commitment driven. See, when you went for that repair of your pen, right? That day you were not being feeling driven. You were completely commitment driven. So you didn't lose your cool. You nicely and calmly talked to him. And what a result, right? When you went back to him second time also, he actually gave you back the money. That's an example of, commitment driven action. You were not being ruled by your anger or, discomfort. I mean, you had to drive so many kilometers to get to that shop. You could have been angry and you justifiably so.
Yes.
So that's a very good example. So it's very good, ladies and gentlemen, to be able to recognize whether you are being commitment driven or feeling driven. So Kunan Sahib, you wanted to say something.
Yes, sir. Very good morning, one and all. What I wanted to add, sir, what I have learned from you.
No, I want you to answer the question.
Okay, the answer of your question is that if I am committed, I will know my outcome, my purpose, my objective, where I'm going to get it, and I will not let any obstacles come in between my journey.
Stop. That's not the answer to my question. What you are saying is correct in the sense, if I am committed, this is what I'll do.
Yes.
But I am now going a step before that. How would you find out whether you are being commitment driven or feeling driven? Because see, situations keep on happening, right? In every situation, either your actions are going to come from your commitment or they are going to come from your feelings. So we should have the capability to recognize that. So my question is very specific. Please repeat it so that we are not having any doubts. How do you find out whether you are being commitment driven or feeling driven? So what's the question?
How will you find out whether you are committed driven?
I can't hear you, Kunan sir.
Yeah. How will you find out whether you are?
You've gone. You are muted. We can't hear you.
Just a moment, sir.
We are able to hear.
No,
We are able to hear, sir.
something is wrong somewhere.
No, from your side. From your side.
Doesn't matter. So we'll come back to you. For the moment, you seem to be muted.
No, he is all right.
Let me unmute, sir.
Yeah, now I can hear you. You. So what was the question?
Whether I will know whether I am committed.
How you forgot some important part of that question. How will you find out?
How will I find out? Yeah.
Yeah. How will you find out whether you are commitment driven or feeling driven?
Feelings driven. So I will find out whether I am commitment driven or feeling driven when the feeling will start stopping me moving forward.
Stop stopping you. When it will stop stopping you from moving forward.
Correct. And I just wanted to add, sir, like in most of the situations, either we are interested or committed. And there's a difference between being interested and being committed. So when I'm committed, I don't bother about the obstacles, who is stopping, whether it is feeling or someone else, etc.
Yeah, but first you have to recognize, na?
Yes.
I know what you do when you are committed. That you have said already, okay?
Right, sir.
The problem is that people don't remember it when it is required. है ना?
Yes, but we have to. Yeah.
अगर मौके पे अगर आपको न याद आए कि मैं commitment driven हूँ या feeling driven हूँ, तो आप क्या करोगे? So when we are reacting, what happens?
We are not committed.
You can't be, na, because you don't even remember.
Right, sir. But I think.
अरे फिर mute हो गया यार आपका.
No, if we are always in the default mode of commitment, then job is done.
Yeah, now that's a big one, right?
Yeah.
That's a real big one. And that's why it's very important. You may, over a period of time, develop a habit where, your actions are always commitment driven. Which means then your default mode is that you are calm, you're peaceful, you're not reacting, you're not resisting, and you are in a creative mode. That's what we are all aspiring to do. Correct? So most of us, to some degree now, since you and I are in training for a long time, then we have developed this capability. But do you still notice you still react sometimes? ऐसा नहीं हुआ है कि हम react नहीं करते और resist नहीं करते. Okay. Now today I'm sitting here and I'm talking to you, and there is a lady, sweeping and swabbing the house. If I was there maybe 15, 20 years ago, I would be going on getting disturbed by that. And because I'd react, "Ye shor kyun macha rahe, ye kar rahe," right? Today with training, I'm sure you've also got that level of mastery now, that you can be completely focused to what you're doing and not allowing the disturbances to interfere with you. So that's a sign of being commitment driven. Great. Thank you very much for your sharing, Kunayan sir. But one thing which I want to say to everybody, and I am going to do this, right, in every session, is that I'm rigorously going to coach you in something called listening, because that's something which we don't do. So you've seen a couple of examples of that this morning also. Yeah, even senior people, we have done everything, we know everything, but we have not mastered the art of listening. You master the art of listening, you're going to do miracles in your life, my friends. So is that okay that I keep pointing out to you, okay, let's start listening?
Yes, sir.
All right. So I want some more examples of how would you recognize whether you're being feeling driven or commitment driven. So if you were listening to my dialogue, the dialogue with Kunayan Saab, we got a number of clues how you can recognize whether you are feeling driven or commitment driven. Okay, Vitri will go ahead.
Simple results will show me am I committed driven or commitment driven or a feeling driven.
Yeah, but in that case, my dear, you'll have to wait for the result to come, no? See, sum total of your action is going to give you the result, yes or no?
Yes.
So if you are not commitment driven, then afterwards you will find out, oh my God, I was not commitment driven. So the skill is to be able to recognize before only, right? So how would you recognize before that now I am not being commitment driven, I am being feeling driven?
100% control of my action on myself. Control.
How will you find out? That is the question.
If I add, sir,
Yeah.
normally, time to time it happens, as you rightly said, that I get a sensation in my body, and that sensation reflects that I'm getting stopped by emotions, or I'm emotion driven, feelings driven.
Yeah, that's a good symptom. Very good. Thank you so much. So Vitrivel, it's very simple. When you are reacting, no, you can take it from me 100% you are not being commitment driven. That's one very easy way to find out. When we are reacting or we are resisting, in these two situations, we know. Okay? Because that time, see, you remember brain number 1, 2, and 3. When brain number 1 is your reaction mode, you're not in control at all. So what are the chances that you'll do right action? Very little, no? When you're in the resistant mode, brain number 2 is taken over. So there are very limited possibilities that you can see. When this brain, the frontal, the easy, relaxed one, he will take the right decision. He will remember the commitment at least. Because brain number 1 and 2 is only fighting at that very moment for your perceived survival.
From the past, yeah.
Winning the argument or saving yourself or not feeling bad or something like that, right? So if you check and see, ladies and gentlemen, we are all human beings here. Have you noticed that how much time we are wasting with these non-commitment actions? How much time is getting wasted? Same time could be used for achieving your objectives. Yes, Dwarka Nathji, your turn to speak.
Yes, sir. Regarding a commitment, I committed one girl to from 10th standard to degree level complete and settled. And it was on the return basis promise, whatever I spent on her settling. But then it was not done. But they went on expecting more. And I thought, yes, let them settle more. Like that, I went, extended my help on the basis of return, but it never happened. And they don't even make a phone call. And now my feelings are getting coming out, and I am suffering for that, sir.
Okay, good. Thank you very much for sharing it. So you are being commitment driven. That's what you're saying. And the other party was not committed. So you're upset about that. Did I understand you correctly? So thanks for the sharing, Dwarkanaji. Okay, Sandeep, good morning.
Sir. So I feel that the moment when we use all our faculties, all our resources, everything that is within our reach to make it happen actively, creating something and doing something that will make sure that we keep on progressing and doing good.
Yes, despite your feelings.
Despite my feelings.
Right. So you stay on your path and you don't allow those feelings to overpower you. Now, tell me something. You're a businessman, right? Have you noticed how, as business people, sometimes we allow our disappointment or 50 people saying market is bad, and we believe it. And then we get into that despondent mode and resign mode, and what's the use, right? And we don't do any actions. We stop doing actions. It could have happened to me also, but luckily it didn't happen because I didn't allow the feelings to. See, people who are doing more stuff in the world, there are more chances of getting stopped. Those who are doing very little, what they'll get stopped. Right? But if you recognize this, that whatever may happen, I'm not going to give up on my commitment, then you will manage your feelings and everything else. And that is where we are here, so that every morning we have an atmosphere where we are challenging our assumptions, we are challenging our negative beliefs, we are challenging our negative feelings, and learning how to generate with the power of positivity and spread it in the world. See, I just want to remind everybody one thing. See, you may be taking so many things from here, but spread it, okay? Because you are all influencers. Each and every person on this call is a very senior person, an influencer. People listen to you. More than they listen to you, they are observing you. See, people will never do what you say. They will do what you do. So a person like Ashok ji or Ranjit.
So you're muted, sir.
Some of my co-hosts are muting me. They don't want me to talk. So that's it. Thank you very much for your sharing, Sandeep. Yeah, go ahead, Raghu.
Yes, sir. Good morning, sir. Good morning, everyone. So the two things. First, let me repeat the question. How will I find out whether I am commitment driven or the feeling driven? Two things already has been answered. One is about the disappointment and then reaction mode. Definitely the feeling takes place first and then the commitment is going out. So I can find out at that time, I'll find out. And the other one is that energy level drops. The way I do, the energy level, because of spending my energy unnecessary on the reactions, my energy level drains out and my commitment goes off. So this is one of, I think I would like to work on it so that I can bring back the energy and then more committed rather than spending on that.
Yeah. So, the moment you recognize the symptom, see what happens. A lot of time we are having some problem and we keep on ignoring it. And then we go to the doctor. Immediately he sees the symptom and he gives you the medicine for that. And many times he says, why didn't you come to me before? I could have helped you before if you had come before. Now things have progressed too much. So it's very important for you and me, people, we recognize the symptoms immediately. The moment you see, oh, I am now becoming feeling driven. So you take charge and change the feeling and get back to your commitment. But you know what actually happens in life is that we are a little late in recognizing that. Because you see, we are so comfortable with our default mode. Have you noticed we are very comfortable? Some people are very comfortable going on blaming, complaining. Many times I say, Baba, if you are so much blaming, why don't you do something about it? Take some action, no? So I used to have a colleague, he used to be always blaming, oh, my company is not seeing my worth and this and that and this and that. So one day I said, okay, then why don't you apply in some other company? So I said, but I might get the job. I said, good, na, you'll be out of this place which you don't like. So for 7 years he was complaining, but he has never applied for another job. So when I said, why don't you apply for another job? He says, I might get it. I said, so good for you. He said, no, but that will be a new place. Again, I'll have to settle there. I'll have to create my place over there. And what if that company is not as good as this one and this and that? So all this logic is being used, but you're stuck in the same position. So that is feeling driven or commitment driven. So people just complaining and not taking any action about it. Okay, good. So I think you're starting to understand the difference between being commitment driven and feeling driven, ladies and gentlemen. So now the floor is yours. Anybody wants to share what they have realized in life, what we have been doing, or anybody wants to ask a question, or anybody wants to share that what are they going to change from now on? So if you are realizing something, what are you going to change in your life now? First, recognize immediately that you're being feeling driven or commitment driven. And if you recognize that, what action will you take? Because even now you may be stuck in some situation. What can you do about it? If you don't know what to do, maybe you can ask. So the floor is yours. I'm here to answer your questions. Listen to your sharing.
Quick question, sir. Is this emotion and feelings interchangeably used words? Is it similar?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. In our common understanding, they are the same words.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Yes. Anybody else?
Sir,
would
I
like
want to ask one question, sir. Yes, sir.
Who's
Sir,
that?
I want to ask one question.
Who is that?
Sir,
I
I'm
want to
Sudha
highlight
Jindal,
it.
sir.
Yes, Sudhaji.
Sir, I'm Sudha Jindal.
Yes,
Sir,
go
from
ahead.
Mavin, sir.
Yes, I know.
Sir, I wanted to ask, sir, जो feeling driven आप बोल रहे हैं, so that could be positive also, no? Like we are mentioning negative over here. I'm feeling happy for someone, or if it is my son, if it is my daughter, I feel like doing it for them. And then it comes with commitment. Both the things are positive there.
Yeah, then it's your feeling is aligned with your commitment in that case. Right? So that's a very good thing.
So what you are talking about is कि, yeah.
When you're feeling
से ये है कि
exactly. अगर आपकी feeling आपके commitment से aligned नहीं है, तब है ना problem.
तब है problem. Okay, sir. I actually initial part I missed. I joined late, sir. So I missed that part.
So it's a very simple thing, boss. If I'm committed to something and I'm feeling enthusiastic about it, you know, then it's very good. Yeah, that's why it's important to recognize. My question is simple. How do you recognize in life? आप कैसे पहचानोगे कि you are being commitment driven or you are being feeling driven? क्योंकि जब आप पहचानोगे तभी तो आप एक्शन ले लोगे ना. क्योंकि अगर आपकी फीलिंग्स अलाइंड है,
कमिटमेंट, so you mean to say अगर हम अपने कमिटमेंट में 100% नहीं हो पा रहे हैं, then we need to check that are we emotionally driven or are we not committed? You mean to say that, sir?
Yeah, of course I mean to say that.
Right, sir.
See, the first thing we started with is, are you clear about what your commitments are? कभी-कभी तो लोगों को अपनी कमिटमेंट ही नहीं याद रहती है रोजमर्रा की जिंदगी में.
Right, sir. Sir, I am a very commitment driven person.
अभी तो that's why you're
a very
coach,
commitment driven person, sir. Right.
अभी तो आप कोच हैं मैडम जी. Thank you very much for asking. That's a very good clarification.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you for asking. All right, who else? Milan ji, please go ahead.
Ashok, I would like to talk something.
Okay, Ashok ji first, then Milan.
As far as money, I know myself and what you have been saying, it has influenced my whole life, I would say, for maybe 60 years at least. As far as money is concerned, I am feeling driven. As far as my commitment to the person or a job or any assignment is concerned, I am commitment driven. And as far as I am concerned, many multinationals at the end of my consultancy or even halfway consultancy, they have come to me, "Arey Ashok, tu kya kar raha hai? if we had appointed Tata consultant, they would have charged so many crore. You said it at the feasibility report, and you are not asking for any money. Come here, let us discuss with our MD, and this is what you deserve. This has happened to me, and in many cases.
So you are commitment driven for results, but not for money.
Not for money, not for money. And one of the things, because I'm a second generation Rotarian, give till it hurts your pocket. Give till it hurts your pocket. That is what has been imbibed in the mind, that we don't know really whose need is more, his or mine. We only
Ashok
see
ji,
superficial.
अशोक जी,
And
अगर जो आपको करोड़ों रुपए लोगों को देने चाहिए थे, अगर आप ले लेते तो आप बांट देते ना फिर सोशल कॉजेज में.
देते हैं ना, बांट तो देते ही है.
मगर आप लेते नहीं हो तो बांटोगे कैसे?
What I mean that I don't say that, look, it's a consultancy, you must make minimum 7.5% and this and that. Nothing. They come many times. They have come. That what are you trying to do? Are you giving us free for what? We are. It has happened. It has happened. But yes, one thing is true. As far as my commitment to my job or my whatever I said, I will do it. I will do it irrespective whether I am paid for that or not. But when it comes to asking for money, I take a step back. I don't know whether his need is more or my need is more. Let's not talk big projects, but very small project. After trying to find a source where one can get at less than the normal price. And that kind of work, just as we are doing it here, the amount of knowledge and perspective and let's say arena that has opened up is fantastic. I don't think it is possible that this kind of program which you are doing free of cost, actually, it deserves to be paid. It deserves to be paid. Why should it be free? But you are doing it free because your commitment is different when it comes to your business, and your commitment is different when enlightening other people who need this kind of advice, and we need that kind of advice. I never knew this, a difference between commitment and commitment, feeling, duty. I really did not know. Thank you. Thank you
very much for sharing. And Ashok ji, जब आपकी बातें हम सुनते हैं ना, so I realize कि जो मैं कर रहा हूँ मैं ठीक ही कर रहा हूँ.
Yeah, sure. Absolutely.
Because what has also happened, this is a very great thing, that those who wish to contribute to me and my efforts, they do it without asking. Yes. Also, there's one gentleman here who just sent me, check of 10,000 rupees the other day. And there's another gentleman who took a life subscription for that Good to Great program. There's a program where I charge the money. You understand? I'm not asking. Yeah, so my point is very simple, that you keep doing what you do, and in my 40 years of work experience, many people told me, यार तुम्हारे को तो पता नहीं charity करने का शौक है, ये है वो है. So I used to say कि आ जाएगा. Exactly. और आता है. I mean, the fact that I'm still standing, I'm doing my work, I'm able to contribute is the fact. And this is something you can be committed to money also. There's nothing wrong with it. I mean, I'm not saying I'm not. मेरे को जो चाहिए जब मिल रहा है तो मुझे लालच करने की क्या जरूरत है? See, like Gandhi ji used to say, nature has enough for man's need, but not his greed.
Yes.
Sure. लोगों को greed इतना है ना, उसको चाहिए इतना है, मगर वो उसको इतना अपने बैंक में रखना है. I mean, क्या अचार डालने के लिए पैसा चाहिए क्या?
There where we need to be corrected. Sure.
Yeah, how much you need here? I mean, I know some people, they've got so much money that 6 generations can sit and eat. But if they are asked to give 1,000 rupee donation, you understand? They'll ask 200 questions, but why? How do I know? मैं क्या थोड़ा benefit of doubt दे दो भाई. जब तुम 5 star में जाके 500-600 रुपए की कॉफी पीते हो, वहां तो पूछते नहीं हो. मगर रिक्शे वाले को 10 रुपए देने पड़े तो वहां बहस करते हो. I mean, what kind of logic is this? but it is there. I mean, so
It is there.
what to do? Anyway, thank you so much for sharing.
Thank you.
Milanji, please, your turn. After that, Raghu.
My take is very simple, like that of you said. My question is very simple. The moment I see having done a work, if I feel happy, then I relate this thing to my commitment, feeling to the happiness, my happiness, if I'm happy doing it. The moment I see I'm grumpy, I'm not happy, I do it as a matter of routine kind of, what do you call it, ritual kind of thing, then in that case, I feel this is something which is not my feeling driven, or not, it's only pure commitment is something which drives me to the work. Then what happens is, depending on what kind of work, what I have learned today is many times you have to do something as a family person, as a worldly person. We probably have to tweak our program a little bit in order to like a bit of those work which we don't like doing it, don't feel happy doing it, because you have to do it. These are the
because you're committed to do it.
Indeed, committed to do it, and we have to do it. You can't help doing it. So that's the reason, probably the three things I have learned today very succinctly and crisply. Thank you.
Beautiful. And that reminds me of a beautiful quote that I heard many years ago. And that quote said, forget about likes and dislikes. Just do what has to be done. Okay, it may not be happiness, but it is certainly greatness. So forget about likes and dislikes. Just do what you are committed to do. And for that, if we recognize it early, whether I'm being driven by my commitment or my feelings, it's useful to know. And if your feelings are not aligned with your commitment, then you should change your feelings. Okay, now Raghu, you wanted to say something.
Managing becomes easier. Managing becomes easier.
Absolutely. Go ahead, Raghu.
Thank you, sir. Once again, good morning, sir. I would like to share, I would like to request Vetrivel to share one picture.
It's very noisy. Go ahead.
Vetrivel, can you just share the picture? Yes, I would like to express my feelings, what we had.
Oh, about yesterday's meeting. Okay.
Yes, he made a slide also so big. Thanks.
Okay, I'd love to see that.
Yes.
So this is for the benefit of everybody. This is a group of people from Dubai who come for morning conversations, and they got together yesterday.
Yes, sir.
To celebrate Friendship Day, which is today.
And commitment driven.
Yeah, that's what I was. Today's topic also was opt for it. When we made this, when somebody posted, yes, we will meet. I think it's the feeling driven and the commitment came automatically. And then we met. And this is the picture of us 3 months before, sir. If what happens, I'm just out to narrate. You would have been talking about all the negative things. But the first we will come and sit. And then we would have talked about the office is bad, they cut our salaries, government is not doing good, all not good. But can I show the other one? The person who traveled without taking the PCR test, without having a passport, and the whole conversation, he was indirectly was sitting here. That is what I realized, and the feeling of it's more than anything else. The feeling of Mr. Suptipak was present over there. It's really a great feeling, sir. Great, this one.
Thank you.
Sorry for your commitment, sir. Thank you.
That is your commitment. Okay. So, yes, Dwarkanaji, you wanted to say something?
Yes, sir. Now, sometimes what happens, feelings come first, then commitment comes. Out of feeling good feeling, we want to commit.
Yeah, then you want to give good commitment, you will give, no?
No, what happens, good commitment, the best commitment want to give. But at the same time, I should know my limits, my strength, weakness, opportunity, and threats. Otherwise, the person whom I committed, he will also be in soup. And whom I committed myself also in soup. And feelings only spoiled me.
Okay, so that is again a feeling driven one, no? Without using logic where it's required.
Yes. So we should be careful before committing ourselves. We should know our strength. We should know the other party's strength, if they can make it up or not. Or as you said, as a charity, once and for all, do it and forget it.
Okay, very good. Thank you very much. So go ahead, Kunen. And after
Yeah.
that, Sandeep.
Thank you, sir. I just wanted to share my realization about when you mentioned about the enemy and commitment and all. So एक शेयर करने की इजाजत चाहूंगा सर.
1 मिनट रुक जाओ फिर.
Okay.
ठीक है ना, इनको संदीप को बोल लेने दो, फिर शेर. तो शेर जरा कल्मिनेशन में बोलेंगे तो ज्यादा अच्छा लगता है कि नहीं? या प्लीज अनम्यूट संदीप. संदीप, गो अहेड. यू नीड टू अनम्यूट फर्स्ट. क्योंकि अभी हमारा टाइम भी हो गया है, सो वी विल क्लोज विद अ शेयर. आज तो कुलदीप जी का शेयर भी नहीं आया. यस संदीप, फर्स्ट अनम्यूट योरसेल्फ प्लीज.
Yeah, Vetrival ji, thank you so much for sharing that slide. You have actually put it with the Photoshop, and you put sir, but sir is very much part of our life every day, in our thoughts, in our mind, in our action. And beside that, like what Madam was saying, that you are making us committed now, and today, as sir said, enthusiastically committed, and I will say further also affectionately committed to all our loved and near ones. So that is a beautiful thing. And what sir was saying, Vinod ji, that this there should be a big prize. I certainly agree. Yeah, this could have been, a very good fee also will justify this program. Highest fee will also justify. But I will say there are certain things if someone is teaching us how to make money, then I remember a friend who helps other person to invest, and he said, "Ki whatever money profit you make, you give 30% to it." So here you have a scale for judging how much
30%.
money has been created and how much
Actually,
money is
yeah.
making. But sir, here what we see is you are guiding us not only in you are guiding us in day-to-day life. Our physical well-being is also taken care, because when our mind is clear, we will automatically become physically, everybody will go for exercise, they will do everything once they are committed. And beside that, what I see, spiritually it takes, people consider it as a big term, but I feel spirituality is nothing but these are the small things: being compassionate, trying to understand others' feeling, making sure that we are committed. This is only the part of what spirituality, that is my small understanding about it. And I feel this is not just some program which would justify a big fee and all. Certainly it will justify a high fee and all, but I feel this is priceless things, sir. You're changing the lives, you're changing the mindset. I don't know, but so many people must be watching what we are sharing on Facebook, on Zoom. They may be not reacting to us, but even their lives and their family lives must have changed, and there should be amazing changes that must have happening around. I remember there is some example of Amazon's butterfly. Everybody must be knowing it. A butterfly, it flutters, and the entire Amazon atmosphere changes. There is a huge ice ball effect and big turmoil that happens after that. So again, I will end up with saying, sir, thank you so much for making so much of changes, for leading us and helping us to understand our life and take charge of our life. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you. And Kunen Saab, let's have your share.
Yeah, thank you, sir. And my takeaway of this session is the realization or understanding of the finding of the real enemy, which is nothing but my emotions, my feelings. I was aware of the commitment and other tasks, purpose, etc. But today's session made me more clear to know who your real enemy is. So एक पुराना शेर है सर, इजाजत चाहूंगा कुलदीप सर, आपकी नजर के सरफरोशी की तमन्ना अब हमारे दिल में है. सरफरोशी की तमन्ना अब हमारे दिल में है. Let me translate. The desire for revolution is in our hearts. देखना है जोर कितना बाजुए कातिल में है. Let's see how much strength the enemy has. I challenge my enemy and I commit myself to win over my enemy. So let me repeat again that सरफरोशी की तमन्ना अब हमारे दिल में है. देखना है जोर कितना बाजुए कातिल में है. Back to you, sir.
Kuldeep ji, we cannot go away without listening to your share. I thought you had gone away, so I just sent you a message कि कहाँ चले गए आप? We are missing you. Thank you, Kunen. And let's hear Kuldeep ji before we say bye-bye for today.
थोड़ी इंटरनेट की प्रॉब्लम थी इसलिए वीडियो म्यूट किया।
Okay, okay, okay.
सुनिए सर।
So, हम वेट कर रहे हैं आपके शेयर की।
Whatever Sandeep ji has said and this thing अपना कुरैन ji has said, I also felt कि आप हमें थोड़ा आर्ट ऑफ लाइफ की तरफ ले जा रहे हैं, मतलब जिंदगी जीने की एक कला भी सिखा रहे हैं साथ साथ में, तो उसके ऊपर है। मोस्ट ऑफ अस द स्टोरी इज लाइक दिस कि तुझे ये जिंदगी को एड्रेस्ड कि तुझे बेहतर बनाने की कोशिश में तुझे ही वक्त नहीं दे पा रहे हैं। तुझे बेहतर बनाने की कोशिश में तुझे ही वक्त नहीं दे पा रहे हैं हम, माफ करना है जिंदगी तुझे ही नहीं जी पा रहे हैं।
This one we have to have a translation. Let's ask Darshana ji if she's still there.
Yes.
Darshana ji, now you'll have to do it a little slowly, huh? Sentence by sentence, and Darshana ji is going to do it.
Yes.
You'll have to unmute yourself first, Darshana ji.
I will have to hear his share first again.
Yes.
Yeah. So he will do it.
Yeah.
तुझे बेहतर बनाने की कोशिश में,
नहीं, can you repeat it, please? Just start again.
तुझे बेहतर बनाने की कोशिश में
हाँ.
तुझे ही वक्त नहीं दे पा रहे हैं हम।
In order to make you better, I am not able to give you any time.
माफ करना ए जिंदगी तुझे ही नहीं जी पा रहे हैं।
Please forgive me, life. I am not able to live to the fullest.
Yes, and living is the prime motive. That is the word.
Right. And to conclude, I want to say one thing, that, living means experiencing each moment. So we have to recover our ability to experiencing. And when we do that, then every experience will be an opportunity to become a better version of ourselves. Good experience or bad experience. If we can experience it fully, it will help us to become a better version of ourselves. So on that note, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, thank you very much. I'll take your leave and I will see you tomorrow morning. And my core team, I will see you in the evening today when we do our session.